Hey everyone, we're going to be looking at how to find the fifth sage. But before we do that, there's one prerequisite, and that's getting the camera. So if you already have the camera, then you can skip ahead to this timestamp on the screen or in the video description. There'll be timestamps for every section because this is a pretty involved process. And if you don't have the camera, then we'll look at that right now. Alright, to get the camera, you first want to come to Lookout Landing. Robbie and Josh are going to be talking to each other. And pretty much Robbie's going to say that he needs you to meet him at a chasm in the depths just to the south of Lookout Landing. This is that chasm. You can pause if you want to look at the map, but it's just south of Lookout Landing. So dive to the bottom, and you're going to notice a big bright seed. And this guy right here. You can talk to him. He's going to say, Robbie's just up ahead, past a couple of these seed trees. So go to the first one. It's just a little south of where he was, and now looking at the compass, we're kind of heading west. There's this camp. You read the book. It says Robbie's up ahead. You can see this next seed. Again, we're sort of going west, southwest. And once you get to the second one, Robbie's going to be there. You talk to him, and then he's going to jailbreak the Sheikah Slate or the Purapad. Chuck the camera app on there. Next, it's off to Kakariko Village. And we're going to go in those floating ruins just above here. If you're unable to at first, you might need to talk to Paya and her homie Tarin or something. They're right below this. She's got the big Sheikah chief hat on. Either way, go in these ruins and get the camera app out and take a picture of the text on the wall. Now you're just going to ascend again to get out of here and drop straight back down to talk to them. Pi is just impressed. And yeah, this guy, Taro, he's the guy who can read this text. So you're going to show him the picture and he's going to say, okay, we're off to Lake Hylia. So that's where we are right now, the Skyview Tower by Lake Hylia. Again, sorry for the fast map, but you can pause and see. Also, the map marker is here, so, I mean, just go to the map marker. And this guy right here, Paper Callop, he tells you to fly to the Dragon Lake to the south of here. It's shaped like a dragon on the map, you know, it's got big chompers and then a long tail. Looks like a serpent or something. So, I put the map marker there. And once you get low enough, you can already see it. There's a little campfire. You see the smoke from the campfire. You're just going to land at the campfire. There's a notebook to read there, but it pretty much just says that Taro's in the cave right beside the campfire. So I'm moving past this camp. There's the door. You go inside, talk to him, and he's going to say, oh, there's a chest right above here. And also here's this really long riddle. Open the chest, get this charged shirt, and put the shirt on. And at first you're thinking, oh, that looks kind of cool. So, head down the river, and there's going to be 2 more of those rooms that we have to go in and get 2 more chests. First one's going to be on the right side. Conveniently, it's raining, so you can't even climb these walls. So it's pretty hard to miss these. Here's number 2. It's the charged trousers. Put those on. And then you're thinking, oh, it looks kind of alright. Now the last door that we're going to jump in is going to be the left over here. Chop these down with a blade. You can use a rock hammer or bomb on the last one. Now you put this hat on. This charged head dress, and now you're thinking, oh my god, that looks stupid. Ruin the whole thing, ruin the whole vibe. Anyways, continue down the river. And the riddle said that you had to put a Zonai charge on the pedestal or whatever at the end of the dragon's tail. Which is kind of funny, you know, you have this riddle and then it just says like a Zonai charge. Like saying, I don't know, yeah, and then put some peanut butter on there. It's like, it doesn't sound very Ridley. So, take a Zonai charge out, chuck it on the table here. You gotta be wearing all 3 pieces, and then it's going to play cutscene. And basically, the thunder clouds above Lake Hylia will now be gone, revealing some islands here. So I just went back to the lake view tower, and we're flying towards these islands. Apologies for the coughing every now and again. So land at the bottom. Use ascend to get up. And for this first section of islands, we're pretty much just going to fly right past them all. You can use ascend again. And then you gotta stand on this thing and wait for lightning to strike. Takes a little while sometimes. And I'll shoot you across. We'll have to do that a couple more times. Now we're gonna build a wooden bridge. Because a metal bridge would be very deadly. And at this part, there's a little metal minecart that shows you as an example of what you need to build here. So you build a wooden one. It's just a long piece of wood with a little fin on the bottom. Flip it upside down, put it on the tracks, attach a fan, and then you got yourself a makeshift minecart. You're a genius. Use ascend again to get up top. And then you see this little shrine building over here. So we're gonna build another makeshift minecart, but I think there's already one here built for us. And you're just gonna ride it under the shrine and then use ascend when you're under the shrine to get up. I fail, so I have to turn the minecart around on the other side and ride it on the way back. So this is me on the way back, getting the shrine. When you're done with the shrine, you can use ascend to get out of here. And then in this room, you can pretty much just run past all these guys. I kind of shot at them with some arrows for a little bit, but just decided to send it, open this chest, and use ascend again. Up here, you need to spin this around until the gate lines up. You'll be able to see in a second. For a picture perfect, frame it up. There you go. And then you wait. Shoot you across. And then you see all these wooden pieces down here? We're doing the same thing. So you build a little T minecart piece, and you place it in the first one. And then I build this long one with the fan on the bottom, and then I build another T. So I take this T, and I walk it across my first one, and I place it on the second set of tracks. Then I take my fan, put it on the bottom, jump across, boom. Use ascend to get up. Easy. This part we're just walking past some enemies. We'll drop down a layer here. And then continue walking to sort of the east-southeast. Use ascend to get up. And again. We're gonna do that about 400 more times this video. And you fly across and you wait. This is the last time we'll have to do that. Lightning strikes, we get shot across the gap. And you take a dive to another shrine. Wow. So, do this shrine quick. It's just a Raru's blessing, I believe. And then you can open the big gates that I was just staring at with Ultra Hand. Never mind, you need to use your hands. And you need to have 10 hearts. I forgot about that. 10 hearts. Hearts in total, I mean, not like 10 extra from the default. So you interact with that terminal, plays a cutscene, then all of a sudden you got yourself a mask with a laser. And this is just like any one of those other shrines where, you know, the laser's pointing to your objective where you need to take it. So build a little plane here, and then fly it down. The laser's pointing us where we need to go, which is basically just in a straight line down. Nothing fancy. And when I crash land here, I'm just going to use Ultra Hand to pick up the mask and walk it into the little pedestal there. And I mess around with it, but all you got to do is set it on there. Then it'll open. Another cutscene. This big ramp opens up. You walk down the ramp. Now there's an elevator. Go down the elevator, another cutscene. And then you walk it in to the construction factory. And now here you use Ultra Hand. Place it in, and it's going to play another cutscene. And now you got 4 workshops they need to go to. But the first thing I'm going to do is walk up this big set of bones. And I mean, who left these bones here? And then I try to jump past the gloom, but I fail and fall off, so... yeah, that's me getting back up there. And we get this tree to reveal the map and brighten it up a little bit. Just past this tree, you'll see this sort of bridge area. And we're just walking over here to get a little bit closer to the workshop, so we can fly it in. Interact with this here, and then it's going to spit out the arm for you. We're going to place it on the elevator, and then we'll take it off the elevator at the top. And we're also going to take one of these fans off of the elevator. So we'll attach the arm to this hook on the right side of it, and then the hook's going to fall over so that the opening is on the left side. And now all these little hooks that are on the rail itself won't be an obstacle. So you pick this up, put it on another elevator. At the top here, you'll be able to build a little plane to fly it across. And I screw it up, actually. And I put the leg on like in a really unbalanced way. So it just weighs down one side of the plane. Take a hard left turn out into nowhere. So, yeah. Otherwise, this would be like a straight shot back to the workshop. But since I fall off, then I just pick it up and walk it in with Ultra Hand. It's not that big of a deal if you fall. It's a pretty short walk either way. I mean, you can see the factory right there. And when you bring this to the factory, all you got to do is smack it with your sword. The case will break open, and you'll have the leg. You'll get to see what that looks like in a couple seconds here when I do the next one. So again, heading off southeast or so towards the next depot. And in this one, we'll spit out the arm, and then you need to put on the elevator with the rockets. Smack the rockets, ride it up. And I use Ultra Hand to take it off. But it falls back down, so I just recall, take it off, put it up here. And then you need to put it on this like ramp, line it up, and then use this to raise the ramp a little bit. So to get that angle correct, try to match what I have. A pretty steep angle. Try be 45 degrees or a little more. Probably more. Put a rocket on the leg, hit it, thing goes flying across. Use the send to get out of here. And with this one, we're super close. The exit is right beside us. And the exit leads just down the hill to the workshop. So that's 2 done, and now you'll see, place this down, smack it, leg breaks out, arm breaks out, no, leg breaks out. So that's 2. Now we're headed south toward the 3rd depot. And if you're scared of trees, you gotta stay away from this one. Left arm depot. Okay, so we play the thing, and then you hit this wheel, door opens, and you can walk this through. And then on the gate that we just walked through, you'll see these wheels on it, so you can just take them off, and then we're gonna turn this arm into a car, which, I mean, come on, Nintendo. You guys are crazy. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought you'd have a car, an arm car, in Tears of the Kingdom? So, drive this thing across the lava, and then when we get around the corner here, we're just gonna spin this thing, change the orientation of it. So now I'm putting the wheels on the other side. And then I can't drive it across the first time, so I just get out, reposition it, drive it across. And now here, you can just pick up this door with Ultra Hand. I try to be fancy and use the wheels, and I screw it up, so I'm just holding the door for a couple seconds, and then use recall, or rewind. I always call it recall. Hold the door. And now these fans in the room here, you can hit one of them. There's 2 of them. And now you turn your arm into a boat. Crazy. So if you ride this boat all the way, there's going to be a log at the end of this river that stops you from going any further. I was thinking I was going to go into who knows where, so I got a little scared, jumped off early, and then I ran into the Gloom Patrol. So careful. I recommend just riding and hitting the log. It'll bring you closer anyways. Place it down, smack it open. Chuck the arm in there. Now we're off to number 4. Just heading west. This is past the bridge we just came across. Running up the stairs and to the right. This one's really simple. Get the arm, put it on the conveyor. And then at the top here, you're just going to put it on this electric rectangle. And then attach this wheel to it. And then it'll ride it all the way across. So you can just fly to the other side. And that's it. Now you're going to turn this arm into a 3-wheeler. You don't have to, but that's what I did. So boom, chuck the first one on there, and then we get the steering. And then I just chuck 2 more wheels on there. Boom, with the 3-wheeler. We're going to get revenge on the Gloom Troop here. A little drive-by. Smash open the last one, and then you're gonna get another cutscene. Yay. So, now you learn you can fuse things to the Construct's arms. I choose the spike ball and the paddle, but honestly, I just recommend running past these guys. At this point, I still haven't upgraded my armor, so if these guys hit you, like, you're not getting any extra damage resistance being on this tank, believe it or not. So you'll see me take a ton of damage there. And maybe that's not true. Maybe you do get a little bit of extra damage resistance, or it multiplies based on your base. But either way, point stands. I'm taking a lot of damage, so I decided to run past it. At the second one, you can attach a fan to your back. And that makes running past a little bit easier. But then you run out of battery, and if you do, you walk really slow. At this one, I pick up the cannon. Now I can see the seed for that tree just over the hill. So I put the cannon on my left arm. Now I got 1 heart. I'm absolutely motoring. And then I see these guys. Uh-oh. I'm just like, come on, battery charge. And then turns out, dead end, it's a wall. Pop off. Construct's gonna just follow you, so you don't have to worry. Meet back up on the other side when the cutscene's done there. And I'm just still heading forward to the map marker. And now I stop here and I recharge my battery a little bit so I can try to run past this Inox. And then I'm pressing buttons for some reason. And oh boy, he's getting close. He's getting close. Get the jets on just in time. And just run down the hill and break all these rocks and head towards the objective. I didn't want to show me breaking rocks for a minute, so after the rocks are broken, you can just, continue walking past. And the end is in sight now. So I'm going to walk down to this last workshop, and you want to put a rocket on your back. So you see, I grabbed the rocket on the back, and the Gloom Troop is back in full force. So I'm just waiting, smacking them away, waiting for my battery to charge up. And then you fly up to the top of the staircase, and that's it. A new challenge awaits. Likes, comments, always appreciated. Till next time, bye for now.